You're watching Untitled and we visit Albania. Welcome on Untitled. If you like our content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to like our videos. In this new episode of Untitled in Greece and in the Balkans, we visit again Albania. In fact, we'll go up north to the site of Apollonia, we will visit the city of Durrës, and we will continue our road up to Shkodër. After a very busy day, we spent the night in the seaside town of Vlora. Like many other towns on the Albanian coast, it boasts superb beaches. Vlora has its charms, although it's a bit old style, but we only spent there a few hours. First stop of the day, the archaeological site of Apollonia. Honestly, don't rely to Google Map to go there, as the road seems to have changed a bit recently. As you can see, we had to take an unusual route to get there. Welcome to Apollonia, an ancient Roman city that was supplanted by Vlora. As a result, the site was only rediscovered in the 18th century and excavated in the first part of the 20th century. As for Apollonia, it retains important traces of its Roman past, even though the town has Greek origin, having been founded in 588 BC by Greek settlers from the island of Corfu. And you have to know that Apollonia owes its name from its legendary founder, the god Apollo. In Aristotle's time, the city was known for its agriculture and slave trade. There was also an important port here, providing trade links with the entire Mediterranean Sea. The monastery is a very open-air museum with statues, inscriptions, and sarcophagi that takes us back to the ancient Rome. The site is even still being excavated. As for the monastic complex housing St. Mary's Church, it dates back to the 13th century and is a good example of medieval Byzantine Christian complexes. The site is a reminder of the region's Orthodox Christian origins. Having become a Roman around 229 BC, it was here that the future Roman Emperor Augustus lived when he learned of Caesar's assassination. It later became so important that Cicero called it a great and influential city of the empire. The remains of its Greek-style theater, of the Odeon and of the Bullenterium are a reminder of the city's prestigious past, which began to decline in the 3rd century. You may not find it in a guidebook, but this is a very interesting visit for history fans, and you'll see there are a very few visitors on the site. After visiting the archaeological site of Apollonia, we continued our journey even further north toward the town of Durrës. The 90 kilometers journey takes around 1 hour and 10 minutes, but the road is really beautiful and it's one of the rare highways of the country linking Vlora to Durrës. Since the beginning of our adventure in Albania, we've been charmed by the local beaches. We're not the only ones, as more and more Europeans are coming here to bask in the sun. We stopped off at one of the many hotels south of Durrës to soak up the sun for a few hours. A quick advice, for 20 euros, you can rent a pitch in any of the hotels along the coast. And like us, you can then enjoy the sun and the turquoise waters of the Adriatic Sea. While my travel partner wanted to stay at the beach, I decided to go to the town of Durrës, which, like Apollonia, is a very ancient city known in antiquity as Dyrrachium. Today, it is the second largest city of Albania with around 250,000 inhabitants. It is also an important port for the country's economic vitality. Like Apollonia, Durrës was originally founded by Greek settlers from the city of Corinth and the island of Corfu around 627 BC. Originally named Epidamnos, it was the Romans who gave it the name of Dyrrachium when they conquered the city in 229 BC. Right in the heart of the city, you'll find vestiges of the ancient time, including the famous amphitheater of Durrës. Hello.
Hello.
Built in the 2nd century during the reign of the Emperor Trajan, the building was made to have up to 20,000 spectators. Inside the building, you'll find a number of ancient mosaics depicting religious scenes, as well as an early Christian chapel dating back to the 6th century.
So we are now in Durrës, which is close to the capital, Tirana. It's a pretty amazing place, and we are inside the amphitheater. Hi.
Is that a gimbal?
It is.
I think we have the same gimbal.
The amphitheater is said to have hosted performance until the 4th century, when an earthquake damaged its structure. strolling through the corridor of this ancient building is really a must of any visit of Durrës.
The museum? Musée?
Musée. Quoi le musée?
While in Durrës, I decided to visit the town's archaeological museum, which is also the most important in the country. It's packed with finds from beneath the modern city, demonstrating the city's wealth in antiquity. The area was of strategic importance to Rome, as it was the port of arrival from Roman crossing the Ionian Sea, as well as the starting point of the Via Egnatia, a military road that crossed the southern Balkans and led to Constantinople via Thessaloniki. Also, Pompey is said to have set up a camp here during his war against Caesar. The museum is home to numerous statues and objects from Greek period to the city's Roman days. The town boasts an exceptional seafront. The promenade is a must, and if you are feeling a bit hungry, the cafe in this strange building will satisfy your hunger.
Thank you very much. Can I sit outside?
If you have few hours to spare, a stopover in Durrës is a must. We then head up even further north toward Shkodër. The 107-kilometer journey can take up to 2 hours if there's a big soccer game, as today. Fortunately, the scenery is once again spectacular, which makes us a little less angry about this unsuspected traffic jam.
Vincent on the go.
It was late in the afternoon that we arrived in Shkodër, a city of 100,000 inhabitants and one of the largest communities in the north of the country. We took the opportunity to explore the city, which still bears the scars of the communist regime. We'll be visiting a little more Shkodër in our next episode. Our mission this evening being to find a good table to eat. Which reminds us that you can eat very well and cheaply in any of the country's restaurants. After this gastronomic treat, we walk into the center of the city, where we watch a football game with many of the city's inhabitants. To say that Albanians are passionate about football will be an understatement.
Thanks for watching this new episode of Oto's Mount in Greece and in the Balkans. In our next episode, we will stay again in Albania, visiting the city of Shkodër, the capital of Tirana, and then we will discover a new country, North Macedonia.